Note to self. My hope and prayer for you is that you will always remain humble. You are going to see so much success and you are going to live an amazing life. But I need you to remember to stay sweet, stay kind, stay grounded. You're about to undergo a massive amount of change that will stretch you to your breaking point. You're going to grow so much that the real you has no choice but to break free. Don't let yourself remain stuck in a place of stillness. Always strive to grow and extend your knowledge as far out as you possibly can. There's something I need to remind you of because I fear that one day you may begin to lose a piece of yourself. Moments will arise where you're going to feel as though you are the best, but at the cost of thinking that somehow those around you are not on your level. Watch yourself. Don't get bigger than your purpose. Don't fool yourself into thinking that those around you no longer serve a purpose in your life. You have to grow, yes, but what you have to be careful of is that you don't forget all the great qualities you see in those whom you've allowed to be in your space. Don't get big-headed. Why am I telling you this? The reason I'm telling you this is because I've seen so many people over the years that allow success to get to their heads. They allow success to cause them to be somebody who they always said they didn't want to become. I don't know. Somewhere along the line, they must have lost sight of what's important, And I just don't want you to do the same thing. I want you to remember why you started this. I want you to remember why you even got on this journey in the first place. And don't let people change you. You need to watch yourself. Like I said before, you're going to undergo so many changes and so many things are going to come into your path that can test every single thing you said you want to develop into. There are going to be so many tests that are going to try to knock you from the path that you're on that's supposed to make you become the person you need to be to achieve the level of success that you said you always wanted. And I just want you to be mindful of that. I want you to be mindful that there are going to be some really tough times, some very trying times that are going to test your character. It's going to test your patience. It's going to test your kindness. And there are going to be a lot of moments where you're going to feel like you just wish you could be the nastiest person on earth because that's how people are treating you. But you need to watch yourself. Don't let people determine how you treat them. You don't treat those people the way they treated you. You treat those people as if you are already the best version of yourself. That's how you need to look at this, because this is going to be a very high stakes game once you keep getting higher and higher. You can't react the same way. You can't think the same way you used to, because if you really want to be the successful person that you say you want to be, you have got to realize that you're going to be different. You have to be different. And that's not to say that you're going to be better than anybody or you have to think you're somehow above all those people around you. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm telling you is there's going to be a higher level, a higher standard that you have to hold yourself to. And the thing that's going to suck about it is a lot of people around you are not going to get it. They're not going to understand. They're not going to push you to be the best version of yourself because let's be honest. It's always been said that those closest to you don't see your success before strangers do. Strangers are rooting for you sometimes, oftentimes, harder than your own family, harder than your own friends. But you need to watch yourself. Just because you don't feel the support from your friends and family, just because you don't feel the love from them, doesn't mean you're not talented. It doesn't mean that you're not a great person. It doesn't mean you're not worthy of that attention. So don't take it personally and don't treat people differently because they're not treating you in a way that you wish you were being treated. And I'm sorry if this is something that's sounding like a bunch of rambling, but I hope this is touching your heart. And I hope your ears are taking in everything that I'm saying because you really need to watch yourself. This is where success can be dangerous. This is where the journey can become dangerous. You can either flourish and become the person that you are destined to be, the person that you need to sit in the most opportune position to develop into this greatest successful person that you say you could be. You need to be able to understand that there is a difference between developing those higher qualities and those higher traits and allowing the pain of that growth to cause you to become a bitter person. I don't want you to be bitter. I want you to be the best version of yourself. And that's why I need you to watch yourself. Watch yourself closely. It's going to be so damn hard. Trust me. But you have to develop into somebody who is very self-aware, and you have to develop into somebody who is very in tune with your intuition and in tune with that higher power, with God, with the universe, whatever that may be to you. You need to stay in tune with that higher power because that's what's going to guide you to remain humble. That's what's going to guide you to remain patient, to remain kind, even in the face of all these problems that you're going to come up against. Inevitably, you will face a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. This is something that you never had to do before because it's brand new. And so the pain of becoming that better person, not to say that you're better than anybody else, but you have to be a better person than you were yesterday. You have to be a better person than you were 5 minutes ago. The pain of becoming that better person is going to be like any other pain you've ever felt in this world. And nobody can go through it but you. But don't let that make you become a bitter person. Let that make you become a stronger person. Let that make you become more compassionate. Let that make you become empathetic and soft. Don't let the hardships and the growing pains turn you into something bitter. Allow it to mold you into the most beautiful version of yourself. You're gonna be better. People are gonna test you. You're gonna be let down, and you're gonna feel like you have absolutely nobody that supports you. You're gonna feel like you have nobody to talk to. You're gonna feel like nobody really cares. But that's okay. That's when you really gotta watch yourself. Seriously. Stay in tune with your purpose. Stay in tune with your goals, with that vision. Don't lose sight. It's going to be really easy every time something hard comes along and you feel like you're not being supported and loved by your community. It's going to be really easy for you to kind of revert into this shell, but that's exactly what the enemy wants you to do, whoever the enemy is, whatever the enemy is. You cannot let the enemy have that satisfaction. And the enemy could be the evil side of yourself. Watch yourself. The enemy could be that dark side of you that you never want to see of yourself. The dark side that you never want to feed, but it pops out of you every now and then. You got to watch that. And you got to make sure you're not entertaining that side of yourself, because that is the self-sabotaging side that will cause you to sink so low that you won't be able to get out of your own mess or your own hole. You got to watch it. You have to watch it. I see so many amazing things in your future. I see so much elevation, so much positivity, and so much love, so much caring. I see so much positive influence on everybody around you. You are that light, but you have to recognize that within yourself. Watch yourself. Watch that fight, You got to cater to it. You have to tend to it. Help it to flourish and shine bright, because that's why you're doing it in the first place, to be that change that you so badly want to see. But you gotta, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but you have to remain strong. Keep that strong bond with God. Always keep an open mind to your growth, and that's gonna mean a lot of questioning. It's not gonna feel like confidence at all. People say you can fake it until you make it. There are gonna be a lot of times that you're probably gonna have to fake it because you're gonna feel so unequipped because this is something you haven't done before. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to compare yourself to other people who happen to be further along than you. But you got to be careful. It's always been said that comparison is what? The thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare yourself so much to where now you're standing still because you're standing on the sidelines watching everybody else run past you. And you think they're getting somewhere just because they're running past you. They may just be moving really fast in place. Some people make standing still look really good, but you wouldn't know they're standing still because you're too focused on the movements they're doing and not focused on the movements you got to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling, but man, your future is so bright, and I would hate to see you stand in the way of your own success. I feel like that happens to a lot of people. And it's really hard to explain how we are our own worst enemies. But a lot of times we let our negative thoughts get in the way. We let our dark self, our evil self, get in the way of our happiness. We let those doubts creep in and we don't do anything about them because for some reason, we don't think we have to watch out for that. You got to watch yourself. Learn yourself. Get to know that dark side of yourself so you know how to combat those feelings when they come out. Because once you make it a habit to actively seek positivity, actively seek growth, and actively seek understanding, you can only become a better person from there. You can only become better. You have to actively seek to be better than you were the previous moment. And it's a lot of work. I never said it was going to be easy. Nobody ever said it was going to be easy. But damn it, nobody tells you how hard it's going to be either, right? But that's okay. I hope in this rambling that you understand what I mean by watch yourself. This might sound pessimistic, but it's very realistic. Everything starts with you. And so you have to have the discipline against yourself. Before anybody else can expect anything great from you, you have to expect greatness from yourself. You have to hold yourself to that high standard. You have to know that development is what you need to become what you said you always want to be. Don't expect anybody else to think that way for you. Don't expect anybody to want better for you. Don't expect anybody to push you to be better. Hell, most people don't want to be better for themselves. They're not willing to put in the work. You have to recognize that you have to put in the work. You got to be so in tune with yourself that you understand the moves you got to make, even if you don't know exactly what that path is. You got to recognize when something is going to be for the betterment of your development. Again, watch yourself. Train yourself to recognize those negative thoughts and to switch those thoughts into something positive each time they come up. I promise you'll be better off for it. I promise things won't seem so bad. It's one thing to let everybody steal your joy by saying negative stuff about you. It's a whole new ball game when you say bad things about yourself, and now you're giving everybody else something negative to say. Watch yourself. Keep that positive attitude about yourself. Keep that positive energy. Keep that confidence, even though you're not always going to have that confidence, but you have to trust yourself. Like I said, there's so many amazing things coming your way. You are the light. You are great. Remember that you are, and guard your heart, not just from outside influences that might want to destroy you or bring you down. Guard your heart from the evil side of you and that negativity, even if it's coming from you yourself. Be a real shame to have to walk away from your purpose because you held yourself back. That would be a damn shame. I don't know. I've been rambling. I just wanted to let you know that I believe in you, even if nobody else does. I see the greatness in you. I see the struggle and the work ethic and how badly you want it. And I just wanted to give you a little encouragement to let you know you're on the right path and doing what you got to do to make this dream work. Keep going. Keep pushing. Don't get in your own way or let anyone else get in your way. But especially don't get in your own way. Note to self. This is LexC. Peace.